Thank you guys so much for all the hooks. It means a lot to us. Um, Again, under the schedule is under the stream is the schedule. You just gotta click the button, and it'll show you go to the horror link. Should be back on track. Hubert, go ahead.
You ready?
I am ready over here.
Okay.
Not sure if Garl's gonna be in here or not.
I don't know. Seems to be having problems. Alright, are you ready?
On the bottom. Oh, wait. Thought I heard you.
Are you ready on time, though?
Yeah, I'm ready on time.
Okay, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. This is Dark Souls. I'm sure many of you heard of it. Most of you have probably heard of it for being really hard. And it's actually not that hard. It just takes a lot of practice. But this will be the all bosses route. I'll be killing every single boss in the game, even the DLC bosses. And I will be doing the Crapple Mage route. Basically what that means is just using sorcery for killing all the bosses. Just all bosses sorcery route. Typo, please.
Test.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you now. Okay, so for my character, I started Thief with the Black Firebomb gift. The reason I do that is so that I get the Black Firebombs to make this Asylum part really fast, and we'll also be using the Black Firebombs later. And the Thief starts with the Master Key, which opens quite a few doors in the world. So as you can imagine, that's very useful for a speedrun since you can skip quite a bit of stuff. So we've already got the first boss down. 5 firebombs, pretty easy.
Regrettably.
So this route actually has a pretty new... There's a start that you can do in this run that's pretty recent. Well, it's not that recent anymore, but I'll be doing the old start, which is a bit slower. It's just, it'll be way more consistent, which is better for the marathon. Although if I was doing like PB attempts or something, I'll go for the faster start. It's about 40 seconds faster. It's just not very safe. Yeah, I picked up the shield and the knife there just out of habit. Normally you wouldn't pick those up if you were doing this older start. It's just a habit. But we're gonna visit the merchant here first, and he's gonna sell us some useful things.
And he's I guess he's keeping his eye on stamina, that way he can always run.
Yes. Stamina management is something I always keep an eye on. And we're gonna kill him there. Because he gives us the Resonance Key. And that's very important. The Resonance Key will free an NPC. And he sells... Okay. Okay, that was close. He sells spells. And since this is a sorcery run...
He's going to be buying some items later on to attack the dragon on the bridge later on. He's going to go ahead and kill the merchant for his key.
Alright, so what I'm doing here... That was one of the many lower Undead Berg skips that you can do.
These guys are ruthless.
Oh, I guess you have a delay, Carl. That's okay. But yeah, there's... Oh, nice. I got PewDiePie skip too. Okay. There's many ways to do skips to the lower end Deadberg. That's just one of them. It's the fastest one to do for this route. And so that door that I just opened, that was Griggs. He's the sorcery NPC. And if you notice when I open the door, I actually skipped his dialogue and just opened the door right away. That's called PewDiePie skip. It's named that because when PewDiePie did his Dark Souls playthrough on YouTube, he actually did the skip accidentally. So now we just call it PewDiePie skip. Yeah, it's actually really, really good when you get it. Because you open the door faster, which lets you get out of the way faster, and you have a much less chance of dying. So it's great that I got it. Although even if I did die there, it wouldn't really matter too much. Okay, Taurus Demon time. So
And
you'll
here's
notice,
the first boss.
yeah, you'll notice I picked up the gold pine resin. It's pretty OP early game.
Yeah, casually this boss is pretty tough, but if you pick up the pine resin, it goes down pretty easy.
Yes. I'll be using it on this boss and the gargoyles coming up next. Okay, there's a tricky knife throw coming up here, which I'm out of practice on since I don't usually do this start. Okay, I missed the first one. Got the second one. That's good. So the beginning of this run is actually really scary, especially in a marathon. For example, if I died of gargoyles or something, I run out of resin, I'd be in trouble. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, so that Drake sword. The reason I brought him down and got the Drake sword is because I'll be using the Drake sword in Sense Fortress to break one of the walls, which you'll see. Oh, nice. Lots of people think the Drake sword is like amazing, and it is amazing in early game, but once you get to Sense Fortress, it starts becoming really bad. This room is known to kill lots of runs. Luckily I got through, taking
I lost a
only
lot
one.
of beginning runs to this particular room.
If you're new to running this game, it's hard to get through that consistently, because when you run the game enough, you just kind of find ways to do things better. Normally, if you do the older start, or sorry, the new start, you start with a bandit knife, which is really awful, and it feels really nice to use the scimitar again, I'll be honest. Yeah, I couldn't dodge that one, ran out of stamina.
It's really important to manage your stamina, especially during this fight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna heal here,
Gargoyles
I'm gonna
during
be
the same
safe.
time they'll all come out, so.
The R2, like the heavy attack on the scimitar, is really, really good. Okay. That was actually the part of the run that I was dreading the most, is this first 10 minutes. It's
Good
over now. So.
gargoyles.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I had to heal. Yeah, that's the scariest part of the run right there. Okay, so what I just did there, that was an item dupe. Do you know how the item dupe works, Carl? You want to explain it?
Yes, I can explain it. It's basically the most layman terms possible. It's you're using an animation of one thing, usually like a rule or using a lever, and you can trick the game, I guess is the best way to explain
Yeah.
it. Into thinking that you've used it, but you haven't. So you can dupe items that require a menu, a yes or no menu, to dupe items. That's a bit redundant. And if
Yeah,
you're
you
really
trick
good,
the
you can
game.
do it on items that don't require a menu.
Yeah, there's multiple different kinds of dupes. The confirmation box ones that say yes or no are much, much easier. The other ones, for consumable souls and humanity, those are almost frame perfect. For souls it is frame perfect, but for firebombs and humanity it's 2 frames, 3 frames. Okay, so that gold guy that I kicked off, that's Lautrec, and we're gonna need a ring that he gives, which is why I kicked him off. I'll be picking it up later when we run past there again. He conveniently sits right next to a cliff. It's great. You have to cheat to get a good PB. In a way. Although cheating is completely different. Although everyone knows that the Dark Souls community splices, so... Okay. So, the reason I'm going through Valley of Drakes and up this tower is for the red Tearstone ring, and this is pretty much like the most important thing in the entire run. Gonna dupe a Homer Bone off there. And what the red Tearstone ring does is it's, when my health is below 20%, it'll increase my damage by almost double. It increases the attack rating by 50%. So on most things, it'll be double damage, which, as you can imagine, is very good. Although, that also means since my health is below 20%, I can't get hit. So on almost every boss fight, I will be below 20% and won't be able to get hit. Which makes this really exciting to watch. Okay, these guys can do good attacks and bad attacks. Those two did bad attacks. I mean, sorry, good attacks. Right there, that's the bad attack, because then you have to waste time dodging.
So here's the lovely Blight Town.
Yes. Luckily, we know how to skip it. Killing that guy for the moss. That moss will just let us stay in, it'll heal our poison basically and let us stay in red Tearstone range for the fight. You can do it without the moss, which if I die here, I'll do it without the moss since the guy doesn't respawn to kill him again. But the moss just makes it much safer. I shouldn't die here because this fight isn't particularly hard. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait till I'm red Tearstone. There we go. Although, this boss can troll you if she wants. She can just jump out of the way sometimes. Okay, that's a good opening. Okay, so We got her in the stun lock. Basically, if you hit anywhere on her torso, she has no poise there. So anything that hits her there will stun her. Which is why you can just spam this. She's dead. Sometimes she does a jumping opening, and then it's a bit harder to aim for her torso. Gonna do this soul. I'll need 28,000 souls here. I guess I should let him talk more. Okay.
All right.
This elevator takes forever, so we're just gonna dupe a bunch of souls here. Yeah, the delay doesn't help with the commentary. Although feel free to jump in anytime. Yeah, the run up until Quelaag dies is what I was dreading the most. Because things can go wrong there very easily. Although there is some difficult parts. Definitely some difficult parts still coming up. Alright, so Sides Fortress is pretty fun. Most people have a very bad time with this area when they first play the game, but in speedruns it's actually pretty much one of the easiest places to run through. People always get impressed when they see this, since they always have a hard time with it casually, but it's actually really easy. Okay. Failed that, but that's okay. You can actually, normally you have to like redirect a boulder to break this wall. You have to run around, turn the boulder and stuff, but... Okay. But you can actually use the Drake Sword, two-handed heavy attack, on this snake and it breaks the wall. Let's try this from a different angle. There we go. And the reason we break the wall is to free Logan. He's another sorcery NPC, and he'll sell us, or he's only useful for another Soul Spear cast, so. I mean, which is obviously very useful, but Griggs actually sells us more sorcery than Logan. Alright, so here's Boulder Skip. So, to explain that, normally you'd have to go around up an elevator and do whatever to go around the boulder, but when you backstep in this game, you actually have infinite poise. So you can just backstep through the boulder and you don't even get knocked down. Exactly, zombie. That's exactly what I'm saying. Although the best spell of all won't even be sold to us. People probably know what spell I'm talking about. If I did knife strat, I'd probably be resetting in the marathon. Don't think you want to see that. Okay, we're just gonna punch this guy. So Iron Golem, he can actually fall off the arena. Just like that. And there he goes. Luckily, every time you start the fight, he does the same attack, which gives you a good setup to make him fall off. If he had like RNG, where he did a different attack every time you entered, that would be unfortunate. But luckily, he always does the same attack. Okay, time for Anno Londo. This is actually my favorite part of the game. Or favorite area in the game, apart from the boss. I also just pressed my split button there. Out of habit. Thought you'd want to know. Okay, this part's a bit scary, since these rafters are very skinny. And also these painting guardians can block you. Which they didn't, so that's good. Oh. Nice. I'm pretty glad I got that, actually. Honestly, that's my second time I've ever tried that jump. First time I've ever got it. It's okay, I made up for it, zombie, with the fiber jump. No Ramun afters, but I got the fiber jump. This part I have to listen carefully for the lightning spear things. Okay, this guy's deciding he doesn't want to fall. Oh. Okay, well, if I wasn't gonna take the bonfire here, that would actually be a good red tearstone setup. But obviously, since the boss coming up is one of the most inconsistent bosses in this route, I'm gonna take the safety bonfire. Just so since I most likely am gonna die, spoilers, I won't have to run as far back. But yeah, this boss is one of the reasons why... Okay, this guy's... But yeah, this boss is one of the reasons why lots of people don't like this route. Also, this knight here, shield bashing me all the time. That was the first death. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, happy that I've only died once. Yeah, this guy's acting weird, I'll be honest. That's fine though. That, like, dying there really doesn't waste much time. And the reason I'm getting hit by him is for the below 20% health for the red tier stone setup. Red tier stone ring. Yeah, so this is a fun boss. And I got the bad opening, so I'm just gonna quit out. And he did it again. This is great. That's okay, Garl. Okay, now he did the good opening. Yeah. Sometimes you get into situations like that in this fight where both of them are attacking and you have to dodge one or the other. Like I said, this fight is the reason why if you ask someone why they hate this route, they'll say it's because of this fight. I was not expecting to kill them first try though. Oh, that's unfortunate.